Hey guys, I've just come out from doing the pineal gland meditation and I wanted to waste no time and just talk about it, okay? So, it was a mad experience, so I just wanted to get this on video and to you guys as quick as possible. So just to talk about it a little bit, it was such an amazing experience. Now, I seem to do best with Dr. Joe's energy moving meditations such as blessing of the energy centers. And so I thought, you know what, I heard that this one starts with a sort of blessing of the energy centers, so I decided to have a look into it. And also I'm really intrigued by the mystical. I've had a few minor mystical experiences, but I'm really wanting to delve deeper into that because I'm wanting to sort of really connect to my deeper self in such a powerful way. So I decided to give it a go. This morning I woke up and I was having a lot of the old me sensations. So, I keep stepping into the unknown at the moment. And, it's my body started to feel really uncomfortable. So I knew I had to overcome myself. And this meditation definitely helped that. So just to talk about it a little bit, it starts off with placing the awareness in the chest, in the middle of your chest, in that center, and you build up a sense of gratitude and high emotion there, which I found really cool because you know what it's like, guys. If you feel gratitude, you can't feel anxiety. So I was really grateful because that's where I was feeling a lot of the closed off old me energy as well, a little bit anxious. So we went into that meditation and it started to lift the energy there already. I already knew this was going to be powerful. I just had a feeling. I also wanted to really surrender to the meditation and just listen and not try and do anything, but just let it be. So I had a really mad experience that I'm going to go into, but I just want to describe how we went through it. So it starts off with a slight blessings of the energy centers, really. And what I found really cool about that was I just immediately connected with it. So we started in the first center, which is by the perineum there, and we were getting the energy focused around there. I started to see myself letting go and relaxing into this state and just allowing and surrendering. So there was a slight bit of movement of energy there, but nothing too crazy. It was when I started to go into the second center, I felt like almost a pain there. Something needed to be moved. So I just was focusing and aware on it. Wasn't trying overly to change it or anything. I just was listening to Dr. Joe's voice and letting it come. And the energy started to tingle around my body. See, when I do the blessings of the energy centers, I get a lot of tingles and releases and things like that. So I kind of was expecting this. But what happened was we start to connect the two centers together and I felt the energy really rising up through my body. So then we're hitting number 3. Again, the energy was rising even more. I felt really connected to that. Again, feeling like there was something not quite flowing in that area. So it was great to connect to that energy center, let the flow happen. As we moved up to number 4 and into my heart, it was crazy. I've been really wanting to experience just pure love and gratitude and open my heart even more. I'm someone who is quite emotionally led. So I do live from my heart quite a lot. But, the old self can get analytical and anxious and, so sometimes that does close off. And you try to be that provider as a man. You do it as a woman too, but I can only talk from my experience. But just keep going as a provider, Don't let emotions get in the way. So it was great to feel an energy really shifting there. I really felt like it was opening up even more. And that felt really wonderful. So when we were having that, and then you connect them all together, each time you're connecting them all. And you just felt the energy in my body. I felt like the field around my body started to increase from those centers already. So I knew something special was happening. Again, all the energy was rising just how I wanted it to. Going into the 5th center there, into the throat, I just felt so spaced out, so connected to the unified field. And I just felt like this heat all the way down from my throat, all the way down to my first center. It's like my body had been releasing all these hormones and everything just for my greatest good. So I was really trying to surrender to that and not trying to justify it, control it, or overdo anything. So I was really embracing that, and it felt so good. So I was really pleased with how it was going, but I also didn't want to take note too much because I just wanted to surrender. So we're lifting it up into the sixth center there, in towards the pineal gland, and yeah, I started to get little flashes of light, little tiny moments like that. Nothing too big mystical at this point, but the energy felt strong. So there was like little sort of like vibrations of light across my eyes, which felt like, yeah, I must be connecting with something. I suppose I would imagine the unified field having a look of sort of that energy. So I was embracing that. So continuing on, it was when I took it into the seventh center, right in the middle of my head, and man, my body just literally started to shake and convulse. I've not had this experience. I've had little bits of like twitches, but hey, man, I just surrendered to it, and my whole body was moving. All that old energy, anxious energy from the past, just started to shift and move, and like I'd listened to Dr. Joe so much, and I just surrendered to it, and it went on for the next part of the meditation, all the way up to the eighth center where I was above my head there, and I just allowed it. And you know what? It started to subside. I think I probably became a little bit conscious of it, so I didn't. Maybe I wasn't surrendering as much, so my brain was going from the delta brainwave to low alpha, and it started to, the body started to kind of come back a little bit. But what a shift in energy that was. And then number 8 felt so magical. I really did feel like I was connected to the infinite. So it's a really powerful meditation, just that part alone. And then you lay back and you surrender. Now, I had this feeling like my eyes kept wanting to open slightly. I don't know why this was. I found it a little bit distracting. Maybe my body was trying to keep me in this space. So it's something to keep working on. But, I just started to say, surrender. I am the mind. I'm going to surrender to this and allowing it. And so we were carried on there and we were doing that. So, it was lovely to connect to this area. So I'm lying there, allowing my autonomic nervous system to just do its thing. I didn't feel any massive release of energy, but I'd had this shaking moment, so I could tell that my body was already, doing some work there. So I just allowed it to relax, fully let go. And it felt beautiful and relaxing. Then obviously we jump up, shift the energy, lifting the energy from the first center all the way to the top of the head, trying to activate that pineal gland. And I definitely felt like I was tapping on that. One of the things I would like to do is repeat this at least once a week. I'm going to probably stick to doing blessings of the energy centers on a daily basis, but I'd like to repeat that one at least once a week because it's quite long and I've got kids and a lot going on. So sometimes it's hard to find the time. But yeah, and so we're lifting that up, and I definitely was connecting to something. I just felt like I needed to surrender a little bit more to that. So I felt some great energy there and some moments, but I think there's a part of me that is so desperate to connect to that divine that I'm actually not fully surrendering. So that's a little lesson learned of how to let go there. But overall, it was a very powerful meditation that I really needed to take the time to do today. And I recommend it to anyone who's really been doing this work a while, gets it, and it's just maybe coming up against themselves and just needs to take a good bit of time to meditate. In a lot of the testimonials, people were doing 2 or 3 times a day, big meditations just to overcome themselves. So this one I found was a really good one. I'm definitely in a state of relaxation, openness, allowing now. And it'd be interesting if anything pops up in the next day or two that is from the unknown, I will definitely let you guys know about it. But I am really impressed with this meditation. I highly recommend it to anyone who wants to do this. And I think the main thing to do if you're struggling with any of these meditations is just learn to kind of talk to yourself and just say, let go. Don't try and do anything. Stop trying to make it work. Stop trying to make it mystical. Stop trying to, raise your energy. But then once you've got your energy there, let go and surrender that energy and just allow it to be who you are in that moment. So it's really about becoming present. And so that hour and 20 minutes, I think it is, this meditation flew by. I could have kept going. It was kind of sad when the music started to die down. So I knew that I'd got into a good place there. So that's my little review of this meditation, and I highly recommend it for you all. So thank you so much, and I'll keep you involved on the journey. Remember, I also help people with their meditation. So if it's something that you need help with, do get in touch. I'd love to help you, work with you, and make your process and your practice absolutely beautiful and mystical and magical. Take care. Bye.